Santos Rodriguez. It is a name the city of Dallas should never forget. 47 years ago today, a Dallas police officer played a game of Russian roulette with an innocent child and murdered him. Nearly 50 years later, Santos's mother and brother both have not recovered.
It meant everything to me. He was my son, you know. What they did to him was injustice.
The brutal murder of Santos Rodriguez in 1973 at the hands of a Dallas police officer sparked outrage and protests in the streets of downtown Dallas. Similar cries for justice we are hearing on the same streets nearly 50 years later.
In some way, I don't want to recollect. I don't want to go back.
Not a day goes by that Bessie Rodriguez doesn't think about her son and the way he died.
Of course, the unanswered question in everybody's mind is why? Why did a Dallas police officer point his pistol at a youngster's head?
He had that gun right there near his temple, so he kept on telling him he didn't tell the truth. He was going to shoot him.
In the middle of the night on July 24th, 1973, Santos and his brother were taken from their home, handcuffed, and put inside a patrol car. Two Dallas police officers accused them of stealing $8 from a cigarette machine at a nearby gas station. While trying to force a confession, Officer Daryl Kane pointed his police pistol at Santos's head and pulled the trigger, murdering him. Santos was just 12. Kane was found guilty of murder and served only 2.5 years of his 5-year sentence.
He just got away with it.
Bessie is nearly 80 years old. She and her son David, who at 13 witnessed the brutal murder of his brother, feel like they have been treated more as a nuisance than as loved ones who are still suffering. Do you feel you've been forgotten?
Yes, I do.
In fact, for decades, Dallas didn't even address the family's pain until the mayor publicly apologized in 2013.
On behalf of the Dallas Police Department, we wholeheartedly apologize for the death.
40 years to get an apology from the mayor of Dallas to his mother.
Hadi Jawad, executive director of the Dallas Peace and Justice Center, has worked with local leaders for years to try to help Bessie.
Dallas has got a very dark history, and for many, many years, it has been trying to run away from this dark history.
Jawad says the city can only change its future by remembering sins of its past and present.
It's a significant story, and Dallas must learn to embrace the story of Santos Rodriguez.
1, 2, 3.
Last year, the community center at Pike Park in Uptown Dallas, where Santos used to play, was renamed after him. The city of Dallas plans on unveiling this memorial statue in Pike Park next year, along with renovating the building there. Current city leaders are trying to do what's right because it's never too late to right a wrong.
He was special. While I can't, I'll still go to the cemetery and take him flowers and go and pray for him.
Bessie still visits her son's grave every month.
I have gone all these years.
She wants to believe what happened to Santos won't happen again, but she has lived long enough to know otherwise.
Santos ain't the first, and I don't think he'll be the last. So I don't want them to forget the injustice they done.
Daryl Kane died last year in Lubbock. In his obituary, missing was any mention that he was ever a Dallas police officer. We tracked down his family and spoke with them at length about this story. They declined to say anything. There is a Remember Santos Caravan Memorial tomorrow at 9 a.m. in Dallas. It starts at Pike Park. It ends at Oakland Cemetery in Dallas, where a memorial service starts at 10 a.m. Because of the pandemic, you're asked to please stay in your car. You'll be able to hear the service on the radio.